What is going on, guys? It's Speedy here, and today I'm joined with James, and we're here to predict and kind of speculate on what we expect to drop for part 2 of the Grand Cross anniversary. Now, we already have a confirmation that it's going to be a part 2 coming out, so right now we're in the special part of the anniversary. We had part 1 last week. This week we're in the special, it's trained to special, and then next week is going to be part 2 of the anniversary. And obviously with part 2 we expect to have a second banner and some new units to drop along with it. Now, James, do you think yourself we're going to have a part 2 banner? Because I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, with part 2 we might not even get banners or new units, which, I mean, that kind of sounds crazy that Goddess Elizabeth will be the only banner unit to come out. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. I definitely think there's gonna be more units.
I think we are obviously gonna get a banner, right? They're not gonna leave Elizabeth's banner up because I know it does end pretty soon, right? It's not here for much longer.
It's on the 18th, so that's 3 weeks.
Yeah, so obviously it does last longer than the usual banner, but they're not just gonna keep that on there, right? They'll release something new, something that, you know, you can spend your gems on, spend money on, blah blah blah. Now I don't think it'll be another festival banner because I think that would just be way too harsh on everyone. Like, people have went in really hard on this Elizabeth banner, right? Because it's just like the best banner we've ever had, some of the best units in the game, top tier units, all of that good stuff. People have spent so many gems on this, so if they were to release another festival banner, that would be pretty I don't want to say scummy, but like, people won't be able to go as deep
No,
on that one, right?
I think it would be super unfair considering the fact that, hey, here's this awesome banner we just released. It's a festival banner. Do 900 gems to get the featured unit, and then 2 weeks later, hey guys, here's another festival banner. Do you guys have another 900 gems to spend? No, I don't. I really hope they don't do that, because if they do that, then that's gonna be it's gonna be some backlash, I want to say, from the community and stuff. So
mostly from free-to-play players, right? Because the game just doesn't support them in that way. You know that they can't, like, even free-to-play, you probably can't even go 900 on this unless you had gems saved previously. So yeah, I don't think they should do that. But what will probably happen is probably a general pool unit, maybe possibly even a special step up, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I expect. Yeah, a special step up, like you remember the what you call it, the what was it called again, the movie banner, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
A special step up. Yeah, it could be something like that, right? Well, we'll talk about it later, but yeah, something like that, hopefully.
Yeah, so let's talk about the units we want to see for the part 2 banner. You guys are seeing right here, this is the loading screen right now, currently on JP, right? You guys see right there, Big Boy Zeldris. We just got a Zeldris this week, Coin Shop Zeldris, so there's a reason why they put him on the loading screen. And right here in the back, you guys see the Archangels, okay? The 3 Archangels. They're not showing the 4th one. Obviously, there's 4 Archangels, but we're not going to get into spoiler territory, because that is spoiler territory if you talk about the 4th Archangel, right? I don't want to go that path. But, guys, they don't put random units on, you know, loading screens just for nothing. I do think there's a big possibility that part 2 is going to contain 1 or maybe even all 3 of the Archangels that you guys see right here. So they are Ludicel, Sariel, and Tarmiel. Now, James, what do you think about this speculation?
I mean, possibly, right? Because they're not on the title screen for no reason, right? Surely they're gonna be involved one way or another. Like, just surely they'll be involved, right? Which one? Obviously, we don't know. It could be any of the 3. It could be 2 of them. It could be all 3. Like, we really don't know. But the fact that they are on the title screen, I do think it's probably a good chance, right? Because, like, there's no one else on the title screen, and there's been no indication of any other unit. So if they're just on the title screen for the sake of season 3, that would be a bit, you know. But we'll have to see. It should be one of them, right? Pretty sure.
No, yeah, it makes sense, because the reason, or at the point right now that we have Goddess Elizabeth, we're basically looking at the backstory right now at the 3,000 year war, or before that, where we met Goddess Elizabeth for the first time. And when we met Goddess Elizabeth, we saw the Archangels, okay? So it does make sense following the story for them to release the Archangels right now into the game. Plus, it will be a super. I mean, I don't know who's excited about Ludacell. Are you gonna be excited for Ludacell if he releases?
I
Or would
mean,
you?
I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, right? Like, don't shoot me, but I don't read the manga, right? So I'm not too into what's been going on and stuff. But I have heard they're pretty hype units, or not units, but they're
They're
pretty hype
cool. They're
characters.
cool, but they're not as cool as the fourth Archangel, which I'm not gonna show. He's literally
Yeah,
right. He's right below here. I'm not gonna show it though. Yeah, you guys don't
yeah.
want to see that. He's definitely the hypest one of the Archangels, but these guys are pretty cool. I mean, they're okay. This guy's absolute like a douchebag, but there are some are cool. You
Yeah,
know?
obviously, like I said, I can't appreciate them for what they are just because I don't read the manga, but I'm pretty sure they would be hype, right? Because it's like it's like a different class, archangels, we're past, normal like units, we're past commandments, we're past,
Okay. Also, another question
units
for
like
you.
that.
You know how the commandments have a special second passive kind of.
Oh, 100%. They have to have that.
So,
110%.
do you think the
They need
Archangels will
to
have a grace as well as a passive?
one. That's literally their thing, right? Like that is literally like their thing. They have a grace, right? That kind of whatever it is. They should have something like that, right?
Yeah. So
But
I think if that happened, that would be pretty cool. If they have a grace, that would be actually cool.
yeah,
I would not mind that. Okay. Now let's talk about more speculations here. Now this is maybe a little reach, but I don't think so. So the mangaka writer actually drew this costume set for Meliodas, and he has the big sword. Now, if you guys do not know who Big Sword Meli is, he is this Meli right here, right? He is shown in season 3 with Goddess Elizabeth. I'll show a better picture here. With Goddess Elizabeth, so they're together fighting. He's got the big sword. This is my speculation. What I think is going to be coming for part 2 is going to be Big Sword Meli or Leader of the Ten Commandments Meliodas. That's who he is. We're right there almost in the story wise with Goddess Elizabeth having the leader of the commandments Meliodas, which he had the big sword at that time. He led the Ten Commandments and he left. Like right here, I think he left at this point to go fight the Demon King and the Supreme Deity. We'll talk about that a little later. But this is my speculation. I mean, why would they show? I mean, this is a big reach, I guess, again. But they're showing a big sword here. They're showing a big sword. I don't know, man. I just want Meliodas with a big sword. I think he's gonna be pretty cool.
I mean, they could, like I said, it's a possibility. We don't know anything. They could release whatever on Earth, and wouldn't be surprised. Me personally, I'm on the side where I feel like there's too many Meliodases, man. I know, main character stuff like that, but like, come on, like too many Meliodases, right? Let's get something different. But he drew a big sword, Meliodas. I mean, it could happen. Who knows? We'll have to see. Me personally, like I said, not too interested in another Meliodas, but you guys might be. So we'll have to see. Would be hype though, because Meliodas is a hype unit, unlike Elizabeth. Sorry to say, guys, but let's keep it real now, right? When you heard she was the anniversary unit, you wasn't exactly checking your bank account to see how much you have
I think
to spend, right?
everybody was upset. Everybody was upset when they said, "Oh, Elizabeth is gonna be the anniversary." I was upset myself because I also said, if you're gonna do an anniversary, you can't release a unit like this, right? Like it's just not hype for anniversary standards. Looking from other anniversaries that we've gotten, or like in different gacha games, like Dokkan this year probably released the most hype units in the game. Gogeta Blue and Vegeta Blue. Legend just released Vegeta Blue. Like we can't we can't pass off with Goddess Elizabeth, man. As much as people like Goddess Elizabeth or like Elizabeth by herself, she's not a hype character. She's not. Like Meliodas and Escanor basically run the hype train on Grand Cross. So or in Seven Deadly Sins in general. As far as hype units go. So there's other ones, obviously, like some of the villains in the game, but yeah. So I definitely think it's a possibility the Big Sword Meliodas could be coming for part 2. It makes sense. It fits perfectly with the story of him and Goddess Elizabeth. Also, another thing I mentioned to James right before we started recording this is, what if we get a boss battle that we get to fight the Demon King and the Supreme Deity? I feel like if that does happen, I think this would be probably the best anniversary out of any game, honestly.
That would be That would be insanely hype. Yeah, just to get some something different, you know, something fresh, like a boss that we haven't seen before. Now, I don't know if you guys like the Marlex boss, the one that we have right now. Pretty cool and stuff, but he's
Bro,
nothing
like, I don't
crazy,
know why
right?
he's a Christmas character, bro. He's literally
Yeah,
a
like
reindeer.
I don't really know what the thought process of drawing that dude was,
Man, he's
but
literally a reindeer. He's got a blue nose instead of a red one. Like, my man, what are
it's
you doing?
it's pretty funny. But yeah, man, I mean, something like that would be insanely hype. Obviously, not like just like, you know, beating the boss or whatever, but just the fact that it's gonna be a very cool boss, that would be pretty good. Why not make it happen?
Yeah, so one last thing I do want to mention. This is, like, as far as you know, this is 100% fake, right? If you're gonna
Yeah,
just
we're reaching it.
go briefly cover this. It's like a little bit. Apparently, there was a leak in a Korean Discord server, very private, of a new Escanor coming. This man, we looked at him. He's basically a mega counter to Lost in Meliodas. Like he's his ultimate counter. Like you don't want to face this Escanor if you have a Lost in Meliodas, because, I mean, just look at him. He's insane. Like he's meant to like literally destroy any Lost in Meliodases. Now, as far as we know, like I said, this is 100% fake. We don't know. It's just.
I think someone got salty about how many times Lost in Meliodas has destroyed him, and then he just made something like this. Because, dudes, let me tell you right now, right? For the sake of game balance, the devs would never do this, right? Like they would never do something like this. This game does not release direct counters. Like when I say direct, I mean you can't get more direct than this, right? Deletes skills, reduces gauge, inflicts spike damage, decreases skill ranks if he crits. Like this is just like he's meant to murder Meliodas, right? And this game just doesn't do it that way.
Okay, to be fair, this is D1. This is D1 Escanor. So D1 Escanor absolutely murders Meliodas.
I mean, I'm no power scaler, but you know, each to their own. Like, I'm not in touch with the manga, so I can't tell.
No,
but,
yeah,
you know,
if you read the manga, or if you watch the show, D1 Escanor absolutely murdered Meliodas. He put him in a coma for a couple of days, dude.
That's no reason to break the game by just directly countering the most used unit in the game. You know, it's not healthy for the game.
No, yeah,
so
of course. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I could definitely see them making this like, oh yeah, dude, Escanor destroyed Meliodas, or the one destroyed Meliodas, so this Escanor is just gonna absolutely obliterate any Meliodas that comes out. So
yeah, but then think about it like this. Let's just, even though this is like 99.99% fake, right? Let's just say this is real. This is gonna be a festival unit, dude. Speedy, are you prepared are you prepared for another festival banner, my dude? Like, are you ready for that?
I got 300 gems, dude. I don't know. I'm not ready.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if this was real, man, people aren't ready for this. They have to wait another time.
Of course, yeah. I mean, dude, I want to see D1 Escanor and probably Diva Meliodas.
Assault
Mode Meliodas for maybe like a download celebration. I think that would be a good time to release them. Maybe like, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000 downloads for the one in Assault Mode. I think that would be a mega hype celebration. So. Yeah, but plenty of stuff to look forward to, man. This is our speculations and our predictions. Come back in a few days to this video, I guess. If any of our predictions, speculations were correct, then let us know in the comment section below if you got it right or not. Maybe we'd be completely wrong. Maybe just release a troll, dude. A troll for part 2. Which, I mean, I think troll could be coming for part 2 also. I don't think we mentioned that.
Yeah, because I was saying this to you before we started. It's like we still have units from season 2 that we don't have in the game. Units like you know, Wilo, that short guy who likes Deldry. We still don't have Denzel. We don't have Droll. We don't have Grey Road. There's still a lot of units from season 2 that we don't have.
I can't go on my Twitter.
Wow, we do.
I can't show something. Never mind. Yeah, keep talking.
But yeah, as I said, there's still lots of units that we should have got but haven't gotten yet. So they could actually release anyone at this point. They really could. We'll just have to see what they do, man. Hopefully they make it, you know, more hype than Elizabeth, right? Because
of course.
Because look, I'm not like, she's a fantastic unit, right? A top 3 unit, no doubt about that. But it's just not hype, man. You know, like, no matter how good a unit is, if they're not hype, man, then it's hard to get pumped for the release of them. You know, that's just my opinion, of course. Like I said, if you're you know, diehard Elizabeth fan, you know, fair enough on you. You got your girl, everything's good. But I think for the most part, man, we do need some hype. And yeah, man,
Oh,
that's pretty much.
you talking about this guy?
Yeah, that guy. We still don't have him. He's probably an SR unit or something, man. I think him and Denzel would be SR units like Dolgedo and Arden. Deldry is SSR, but I don't know. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out James. I'll have his link in the description. He covers. You're doing like the top 100 like videos now for PvP.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not playing JP as much, but I do go hard on global. So if you're a global player watching this, or maybe even just a JP player, you want to see some high level content on global, check me out, man. Would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, check out James. He does a lot of PvP videos. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. It was fun having you, James, discussing the new units we're predicting, and we'll catch you guys with a different video. All right, peace.
Sweet.